My name is Sunil Khurana. I'm CEO and I'm Managing Director of BPL Medical System, and I'm based in Bangalore. Medical device itself is something which needs to be understood. Even a consumable is seen as a medical device. And very high-end medical electronics product is also seen as a medical device. So I'm going to talk more in the diagnostic imaging side, and I'll just restrict to that. I feel for last several years there is a very good growth happening on that space. And let me take you a couple of years back, or a couple of decades back. In 1993, 94, 95 time frame, we used to have only 3 or 4 MRIs used to come in a country. Though we don't today distribute MRI, and I had experience in a real one multinational for 29 years. But let me tell you, now the market has gone that about 300, 350 MRIs are being installed in a year. So market has really grown big time. There is a lot of thought by the people that let's go for a preventive health checkup, and that is where it has a huge scope. And my view is that since today bed ratios are still very low as compared to other developing nations like China, where they have more than 3 beds per 1,000 population, they are still sitting with more like a 1.3, 1.4 beds per 1,000. And these are continuously improving because there is a participation from a lot of corporate houses, a lot of nursing homes are coming, government is also investing there. And as we know that Ayushman Bharat is going to further fuel that growth big time. When number of beds increases, everything will increase, and medical device is no exception, and that is where you will see the proportionate growth of medical device happening. In my view, next 20 years, it will be a double-digit healthy growth. See, medical device manufacturing is very interesting and very close to my heart. You have some challenges today. India has a huge issue on the R&D side. Very few institutes do collaboration with the medical device companies the way it is done in the Western countries, and then they help to bring a lot of new technologies which are finally implemented and manufactured in India. Unless government brings a strict curriculum to IITs of the world and attach those institutes with companies like us who have a lot of aspirations to make big in India, R&D side you really have a problem, because R&D is not well supported, and you take a couple of products, and unless it reaches to a level which starts becoming a commercialization, you try to copy, which is not the right way. So R&D is a one challenge. Skilled manpower is second challenge, which I see very clearly. So these two areas, if are addressed, I think Indian medical manufacturing sector will see a boom. Yeah, BPL started medical devices somewhere in 1967, so it's well over 50 years now. And BPL was the first company to make a medical device in India, in the sense that the first manufacturing of a product, I don't think anybody made medical equipments at that point in time. And ECG and a couple of those monitors were made at that point in time. And it was just stayed there. We kept our focus only to some of those products. But last about 5 years back, there was investment from Goldman Sachs and BPL. And now it's a BPL Medical Technologies. And this inception happened in August 2013. So we are just coming close to 5 years' time. We have added a lot of verticals now. We have added radiology, where we are now manufacturing X-ray machines. We have ultrasounds. We have also added a critical care. And in the critical care space, we felt that anesthesia is a big business and a very needed product in all the hospitals. So then what we did is that we went on and started looking around the world that where we can acquire technology. And in that process, we found a very, very strong company who celebrated about a month back their 75th year. And this company is from UK. It was an Oxford professors had set up this company 75 years back, and they make anesthesia machines, vaporizers, and many other products. We acquired that company. Today, BPL 100% acquired that company. So we are bringing now technology through that route, and there is a very strong domain and very strong R&D which sits in Oxford, and we are trying to build a lot of things in India through the technology, and it's our own product. One clear philosophy what we have is that selling is very simple. You can sell a product and move on. What we feel that product has to be maintained very well. So our focus on service is very key. We have a best distribution when it comes to medical device distribution side. Probably every corner of India, we have our distributors. What we do is that we trained our distributor team to sell and service both small devices. They many times give a loaner equipment and take the monitor back or ECG back, send it to our factory, get it repaired, send it back. So we have a very efficient way we make the product up. So that's a one very fundamental which differentiates us, and that is the reason today, our overall boxes what we sell in those kind of devices are probably highest. So that clearly differentiates that we are able to reach to the last mile. At the same time, very honest to customer requirement, their demand, to ensure that products are working at the best of the efficiencies. Considering that India has a huge population and overall income levels are going up, we know that healthcare overall space is going to become very big. And just to give you an example, that today in India it's about $1.5 billion business is done for diagnostic imaging, versus total global it's more like a $50 billion. So what it means is that we are doing about 2% of the business of the global, whereas our population is more like a 15%. Against a 7 billion we are about 1.25, so more like a 15-16% population. So if everything is equal, let's take all the parities are being addressed to be at the same level, you have an opportunity to go from 2% to 16%. So clearly it gives a huge opportunity to do, and that is where we have done a lot of studies. We want to bring a lot of technologies, make in India, remove those frills which are not needed, bring products which are more affordable, take to the, and we have also observed that every country there are a couple of good local companies who have done very well, and we are very confident that in years to come we should be #1 Indian medical equipment company. I'm not trying to say that I'm competing with the big multinationals, but in India we are very confident that probably a couple of years from now we should be really good. And we don't want to now restrict us only in India. We're also trying to set up our overseas division, and we want to take it to the countries where probably we can easily take those products which are software is only in English, not to different languages and all that, and then we'll further take it to the different country. Another area is that we want to make products, and that puts a pressure on us, that make a product which are acceptable in the global market. So we are going for a very proper route of getting proper certifications, test equipments which are very safe for patient to use, and longevity is good. So overall, making in India versus bringing something which is made outside, it will definitely be a better proposition for Indian hospitals to look at these products. So we are very bullish about growth of this sector and for BPL as well.